Notification that it's time for your annual flu vaccine.
And now you can get your COVID booster at the same time. Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team looks into whether that's a good idea.
Walk into any pharmacy and you're probably inundated with advertisements urging you to get a flu shot and an updated COVID-19 booster. Several people on social media are wondering if it's safe to get both vaccines at the same time, or if they should space the two shots out. So let's verify. Can a person get the Omicron COVID-19 booster and the flu shot at the same time? Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Food and Drug Administration, Dr. Payal Kohli with the University of Colorado, and Dr. Sarah Lynn Mark, a former senior medical advisor to the White House. Traditionally, the flu vaccine is administered in the fall, ahead of peak flu season in the winter. For the past 2 years, we've also seen cases of COVID-19 spike during these same months as people gather for the holidays. The CDC studied self-reported data from more than 92,000 people who received a booster shot and a flu shot during the flu season and concluded it's safe to administer both vaccines at the same time. The study found that about 10% more people who received both vaccines reported typical symptoms associated with them, like fatigue, headache, and muscle ache, than those who only received the COVID-19 booster. But the reactions were usually mild and went away quickly. So, yes, a person can get the Omicron COVID-19 booster and the flu shot at the same time. Both Drs. Kohli and Mark tell Verify getting the two shots together is more convenient and may encourage more people to get vaccinated against the flu and COVID-19. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
As always, let us know if you've got something you'd like us to verify. You can email verify@WTHR.com. You can also reach us on Facebook and Twitter.
Nice day here in central Indiana. I mean, if you like temps in the 60s, like a little bit of a breeze, we've got some blue sky downtown. I mean, that's a beautiful shot, Felicia.
There was quite a breeze out there, Scott. Yes. This was sweater weather for me.
It sure was. Yeah, you needed those long sleeves today, Kelly.
Absolutely. That wind almost gave us a wind chill. It wasn't quite cold enough for that. I'm not trying to be exaggerating too much, but nonetheless, that wind definitely had a punch to it. We had 20 to almost 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts today. Taking a look downtown again, really nice conditions. Again, those clouds overhead. We have an upper level trough that's really influencing our weather right now. We're currently at 65 degrees, but notice that dew point very dry at 35 degrees. Taking a look at our satellite, just want to touch base here again on just the incredible size of this hurricane. You can see the eye of Hurricane Ian as it moves in a little bit farther north and having impacts into western Florida. I'll have more on that coming up at 5:30. But this is what our weather is being impacted by, this upper level system. A couple of disturbances that are going to keep us on the cooler side of things and certainly breezy. Right now, 65 degrees in Indianapolis. It's 59 in Kokomo, 65 in Shelbyville, 62 in Greencastle with those winds out of the northwest. As I mentioned, they have been gusting from 20 to almost 30 miles per hour. A recent wind gust here in Indianapolis, 29 miles per hour. Dew points are very dry in those low to mid 30s, making it feel very comfortable out there. But over the next few days, we're still going to have these impacts of this cool air aloft, and it's allowed to sink back to the surface as an area of high pressure builds back in, keeping us pretty quiet and cool and dry. Temperatures tomorrow morning fall back into the low to mid 40s. We'll have a little bit more cloud coverage overhead. Not expecting any patchy frost, but the winds will be lighter tomorrow. Out of the north from 5 to 15 miles per hour, not as gusty tomorrow. And we will still see more clouds increasing again during the afternoon. Highs top out back again into the low 60s, so we're unseasonably cool. Believe it or not, we're close to 10 degrees below average for this time of year. Now, as we go into Thursday morning, we're going to see those temperatures dropping back into the upper 30s and low 40s. We could see some areas of patchy frost, mainly north central Indiana. We'll have to continue to monitor the wind speed, see if it's up enough to prevent that frost from developing. As we go into Thursday afternoon, we start a warming trend. We're going to be back into the upper 60s by Thursday afternoon. By Friday, we're tapping back into 70+ degree weather. So the return of 70s by Friday on into the weekend, and it's going to be much better, brighter. As we go into Sunday, we do have the potential of more clouds increasing as that tropical system moves in a little bit closer to us. Here in central Indiana, we are going to drop down to 43 degrees first thing tomorrow. tomorrow morning, which is where we were earlier this morning. 63 later on. We're bright and sunny on Thursday, really being influenced by high pressure. 67 degrees. By Friday, 70 degrees. We're back into the low 70s on Saturday and Sunday. We may bring in a couple of showers, especially south central, east central Indiana on Sunday. We'll continue to monitor that as the remnants of Ian will move in a bit closer.